Hey everyone, and welcome to the video. Thank you so much for joining me, and really welcome to the day that just sucks. I mean, this day just really sucks, doesn't it? We lose the NBA last night, and today the NHL announced, as I'm sure you are already aware, that the NHL season has been postponed or paused, not canceled, not ended, paused and or postponed, whatever term or terminology you'd like to use there. There's still hope that the NHL season will continue at some point, but for right now, the NHL season is on pause, which I think, if you think about it really, really quickly, you're probably quite angry about that, and you just be like, oh my God, just play the games already. Like, just get on with it. If you think long-term, it's so smart. Like, this decision had to be made. You've got the NBA, you've got the MLB postponing, I think, spring games, and you have the MLS canceling. There are so many other organizations and teams and leagues around the world, sports or non-sports related, it doesn't really matter, that are taking these steps. And I understand that you might be angry. I understand that there's people out there who consider the majority of us to be overreacting, but I think those people haven't really taken the time to consider long-term. They're not telling us to be smart and wash our hands and use hand sanitizer and stay home if we're not feeling well and all this stuff, because they're worried about us dying. Like, I'm talking, and when I say us, I mean the majority of people my age or younger, or just the general, like, averaged aged citizen around between 20 to 40 or whatever. I'm speaking like that because the majority of people who watch my videos are between that age range. They're not really worried about us dying. They're worried about us getting it and giving it to someone who could die, like your grandmother or grandfather, or just the elderly in general, or maybe someone who's already sick or something like that. So it's really the second step that they're worried about, and they're trying to prevent the influx to hospitals. And they know that people are going to get it. They know that it's going to snowball and it's going to spread around. But if they can minimize the spike to the hospitals and kind of level it out by having people be a little bit more self-aware and wash their hands and just be kind of self-responsible, I guess, and slow this down. It's going to happen regardless, but just to slow it down and to level off the curve of hospital visits and care, then I think that's really the plan right now. I'm not going to get into it too deep other than that. I spent 40 minutes with Jason. We recorded an emergency, not really an emergency podcast, but a bonus podcast in the Post to Post studio. You will see that coming out tonight on the Post to Post podcast page. I'll link it down below in the description, in the pinned comments, and I'll put it up on the screen here as well, so you can check it out. If you're not subscribed over there, please go check it out. We had a really, really good conversation. If you're not a sports fan, just the whole coronavirus conversation in general, I think, was fairly well thought out, and I think both of us made some really good points. Some you may agree with, some you may not. We made some predictions for the NHL season, so if you have any interest in seeing that, please go check out episode 102, releasing tonight on the Post to Post podcast YouTube channel, and also that'll release on iTunes and everywhere else in an audio format. We will be recording an episode 103 this Sunday as a follow-up to some of the things that we said in the podcast that we filmed today, and of course some other news that gets released from today till Sunday. Sunday's not that far away. It's only 3 or whatever days away, so there's not going to be I'm assuming there's not going to be a ton more news released, but maybe there will be. But regardless, we're still going to have a good conversation over there, talk about some hockey, talk about some impacts internationally, stuff like that. And stepping away from that corona topic a little bit, or not coronavirus topic a little bit, this channel specifically, Post to Post Productions, I said it right that time. I'm not really worried about creating content or not having enough content to make here on this channel. I've diversified, so I'm not just talking about hockey on this channel. It is the thing that I talk about the most, the majority of my content, but I diversified in the sense where I can talk about some other sports. I can do silly things like rank logos or jerseys or something like that, and I'm also doing other stuff like unboxings and food tests and GeoGuessr and trivia and all kinds of that other stuff. So this channel's not going anywhere. I'm not going to produce any less content. If anything, I might produce more content because I'll have potentially more time to do that if I myself get quarantined at home, or just in general, if my place of work is like, you know what, everybody stay home. Let's wait till this thing blows over. So you might see a lot of me coming up. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. I don't really know your perception of me, but if you're watching, I'm hoping that's a good thing. So if you're not subscribed, I really hope you can hit the subscribe button down below and join me. And that was really the purpose of this video, is just to let you guys know that I'm not going anywhere, because a lot of people ask me on Twitter, private messages all over the place, and emails asking me if I was going to stop producing content or releasing content because there's no hockey going on right now. No, I'm not going anywhere. The podcast isn't going anywhere. We might have to branch out and maybe discuss other things outside of hockey. And we do have that second podcast called Having a Yak, where we just kind of talk about everything that's not hockey related. So we might have to continue that. But we're not going anywhere. The podcast isn't going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. So I know some of you aren't aware of the Post to Post podcast channel. So that was the other point of this video, to let you guys know that you are missing out on some really good content, in my opinion. So please go subscribe over there. We're really trying to grow that channel as well. Get up the watch time, get up the subscribers, all that stuff, because we're growing it from scratch. It's got less than 1,000 subscribers. So any support you guys can swing our way, we'd really appreciate that. Any likes, any subscribes, shares, comments down below, all that stuff goes to helping us. We really appreciate that. If you've got some extra coin to throw around, maybe you're not going on the vacation or something like that, and you want to get a jersey, you add a jersey to your collection, head on over to the URL www.coolhockey.com/post-to-post. You have to go there first. So go to that URL first, find a jersey you want, add it to your cart, and then use the code post-to-post and save big on jerseys right now at coolhockey.com. As I'm filming this right now, I believe it's 30% off. So you will get 30% off on a brand new jersey. But make sure you go to www.coolhockey.com/post-to-post first. That is 100% the first step. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next video, which I think is releasing a little bit later tonight, which I have pre-filmed, and there'll be videos tomorrow and in the next couple of days. So, all right, let's be sad together about this bad NHL day. I know it sucks, but it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. So let's be friends in misery. So I'll leave that. Adios. Catch you in the next video. Peace.